Hey again, welcome to step 3 of your Global Sustainability Science Fair project, Developing a Solution. This is where your project starts to come to life. You've done the research, explored your problem, and now it's time to build the change you want to see. So why is this step such a big deal? Because this is where ideas become action. You're taking everything you've learned so far and turning it into a real, testable solution. This step helps you set a clear goal, get creative with how you approach the problem, and prepare for testing and improving your idea in the next phase. Think of this as your design phase. Whether it's a detailed system or a brand new invention, this is where your project becomes real. Before you start sketching or building, step back and ask, what is my solution trying to accomplish? Be specific. Are you reducing waste, improving energy efficiency, protecting wildlife? The clearer the goal, the easier it will be to design something that actually works. Define the problem you're solving and what a successful outcome would look like. Now let's talk ideas. Pull from your research. What solutions have already been tried? What worked well? What didn't? Is there something you could improve or rethink entirely? Try to come up with 3 possible solutions. These could be new processes or physical inventions. Then, choose the one that seems the most promising to develop further. Remember, creativity matters. Don't be afraid to push the boundaries of what's been done before. Types of solutions. Solutions fall into one of 2 categories. A process, which is a step-by-step systematic method, such as a combination of policies, technologies, or chemical procedures that work together to solve a sustainability problem. On the other hand, you may choose to create an invention, a physical invention you can design, model, or build. Each one is totally valid. What matters is that it's practical, impactful, and well thought out. Developing a process. Designing a process-based solution. If you're designing a process, it needs to be detailed and specific. Think of it like a blueprint. Map out each step clearly, no vague descriptions. Use specific names for any tools, chemicals, or technologies. If your process requires policy or regulation changes, include those too. And build a visual flowchart so people can see exactly how your system works. Every part of your process should feel intentional and well-researched. Developing an invention. If you're creating an invention, you'll need to design it visually. You can use a tool like Tinkercad, a free online tool to build a 3D model of your idea. If you choose to use Tinkercad, please sign up for a free account by scanning the QR code below. Learn Tinkercad with free tutorial videos. Scan the QR code to be redirected to learn more about how to use this great tool to create a 3D virtual model of your invention. Create a model of your invention. Now that you've chosen to develop an invention, it's time to bring that idea to life by creating a model. Your model helps people see how your invention works. It could be a detailed sketch on paper or a 3D digital model using software like Tinkercad. Start by identifying all the parts or components of your invention and be specific. For each part, list the materials you would use. Think about things like cost, sustainability, and how easy those materials are to access. Next, make sure to use exact scale measurements. If something in real life would be 10 centimeters, show that in your drawing or model. And finally, each part of your invention should be clearly labeled and sketched out. The more detailed, the better. Your goal is to make your model as close to the real thing as possible, even if it's not built yet. A strong model makes your idea easier to understand and easier to improve. As you start building your process or invention, you might realize you need to do a bit more research, and that's totally normal. Sometimes you'll come across a material, chemical, or method that sounds great, but you'll need to understand how it works before using it in your design. Or maybe you find a gap in your plan and need more information. This is where continued scholarly research comes in. Go back to the same reliable sources we talked about earlier, Google Scholar, JSTOR, NASA, EPA, or university articles, and dig a little deeper. The goal is to make sure every part of your solution is based on real science and supported by solid information. If something in your plan doesn't have evidence behind it, now's the time to strengthen it. Remember, research isn't just something you do at the beginning, it's something you can and should come back to as your idea grows and changes. Refining your design. Once your process or invention is mapped out, it's time to get feedback. Send your model or design to your mentor and ask for specific suggestions, not just what do you think, but things like, does this step make sense? Is this material practical? Would this be cost effective? Then take that feedback seriously. Refining your design is just as important as the first draft. That's how good ideas become great ones. Communicate responsibly. One important note, don't wait until the last minute to contact your mentor. They're here to help you, but they also need time to respond. Try to reach out at least 48 hours in advance and always be respectful of their time. Taking responsibility here sets you up for a smooth and successful project overall. Recap what you need to do. Here's what you need to do for step 3. First, define your goals. What is your solution solving? Next, brainstorm at least 3 ideas and choose one to move forward with. Next, design a process with a detailed flowchart or an invention with a 3D model and materials list. Then, ask for feedback and improve your design. It's an iterative process. Last, stay in touch with your mentor early and often. And know that if you're building an invention, you don't actually have to build it, you only have to create a model of it. Timeline. You'll work on this step from July 12th to July 20th. That gives you enough time to brainstorm, build, refine, and get feedback before testing your solution in the next phase. That's it for step 3. We're excited to see what kind of solutions you come up with, whether it's a smart process or an innovative invention. You've got the research, the tools, and the support. Now go create something meaningful. And as always, if you need help, reach out to your mentor or email us at research@fern-us.org. See you in step 4.